is upon us, and it manifested itself in the form of a violent storm that hit the very far north of Scotland during the early hours of this morning. Blizzards across the hills of Scotland and even down to lower levels. We've already seen some lined snow. A very, very deep area of low pressure. In fact, just to the very far northwest of Scotland, we saw average winds of around about 74 miles an hour, gusting to 107 miles an hour. And mariners will be aware that in nautical terms, that is actually a hurricane force 12. And it was in this corner of Scotland here. Even in Kirkwall itself, we saw gusts very powerful. Now, across the Scottish Highlands, across the afternoon, we're going to see some heavy showers, snow showers blowing in on that biting north to northwesterly wind. The snow showers have been blowing in across the Pennines into the Manchester area already during the course of today. I don't think we're going to see much in the wintry weather across the southern half of the UK here. It looks as though the snow showers will be further towards the north, perhaps across Brecon Beacon, maybe one or two of those running into Cardiff, but mostly of rain around the coast and very strong winds as well. We'll keep the snow flurries across parts of Northern Ireland through the course of the afternoon. Now, the winds later on today and into the evening will swing from a northwesterly to more of a northerly, dragging more and more cold air from the north. We're actually keeping an eye on this southwestern quadrant of the country here. We could see some very strong winds, and combined with the snow, well, that means blizzards potentially in places like Aberystwyth, Pembrokeshire, certainly across the hills of Wales, and maybe in the southwest of the country as well. Those temperatures around about -1 degrees. Now, Monday, if you look at these isobars, a true northerly wind develops. Now, that doesn't happen very often, and we'll keep getting that colder and colder air flooding in fact, as far south as mid-France, quite possibly. So this is the weather during the morning. There could well be a dusting of snow anywhere across the country, including the London area as well. And the further north you are, the more likely you'll see the snow. And through the afternoon, we'll keep getting these wintry flurries of hail, sleet or snow pretty much anywhere. In the sunshine, 8 degrees, but where the snow showers occur, a good few degrees colder than that. And that is the scene for the rest of the week. It'll be one of chilly days and frosty nights. In fact, in some places, temperatures dropping down to around about -3 or 4 degrees colder in Scotland, where we would have seen the snow. Now, Tuesday morning will be a very cold one. Actually, Tuesday afternoon will be the coldest day of this current snap. Cold snap, that is. Not necessarily the most wintry one in terms of snow. It looks as though that on Tuesday, in these northerly winds, the snow will be confined to the northern and the eastern coast, possibly in the west as well. Now, on Wednesday, Thursday, we start to see a transition to something a little bit milder. Essentially, the weather should be fairly pleasant across the country in that there'll be some sunshine, still very cold. Perhaps some snow across the North York Moors, getting into Norfolk, but largely sunny, clear blue skies for some of us. But a weather front will be approaching us from the west. Ahead of it, still some cold air lying very close down in the atmosphere, and that means that we could see a little bit of snow during the early hours of Thursday, potentially, well, anywhere from Scotland through the Midlands, so there could still be a dusting of snow very early on Thursday, but then we're going to see some outbreaks of rain. Friday looks as though, again, will be quite a grey day with showers around as well, but it gets a little bit warmer and temperatures in the south